Hey everyone, welcome back to Prairie Grown Reviews. He's about to sneeze. We're going to redo this.
I thought I was gonna sneeze, but then I didn't
Oh, you
sneeze. It was
fucked it up.
awful.
Oh, you did, you shit.
I'm gonna
I wasn't
sneeze
going to
like
have you
halfway through
sneeze.
this video.
All right,
Okay.
and take two.
We'll accept that. Hey everyone, welcome back to Prairie Grown Reviews. We review books, games, movies, and TV shows. Today, we're back for episode 5 of What If? What If Marvel Zombies? That is literally the title. Need no more explanation.
None.
Knack, do your thing.
Yeah. Before we get started, please be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. We would love to be shown by other people in the YouTube platform. We want the views.
Please.
Anyways, also please like the video, therefore that more people can watch this because it'd be nice. If you're interested in other forms of our content, we have a podcast over hosted on like any podcast platform you can think of. We also have our written stuff found on www.prairiegrownreviews.com. Today's episode is gonna be a bit different. We're gonna skip over our non-spoiler thoughts. We don't think it's really necessary for a 30-minute episode. So from here on out, it's gonna be all spoilers. So please go watch the episode before watching our video. And I think we should get started.
Let's go for it.
And the best way to describe this episode is boom, boom,
Pretty much.
Yeah, everyone dies. You thought last week was dark. This one's technically not as dark, but almost darker because everyone you care about dies and you watch them die.
It's so hopeless, right? Like the whole like they're looking for a cure. It only turns out Vision's like, no, I gotta save Wanda, and then just doesn't even cure anyone. Like, man, I think he just offs himself. Man, I didn't see that coming. I was like, oh, okay.
He's like, just
like I was also thinking, why when he offed himself, like what was he trying to accomplish? Like, was he trying to screw all of them over? Because as soon as he offed himself, the zombies rushed forward, right? So like, why didn't he like, I don't know, like
because
he knew he could never hurt Wanda.
But they needed the Mind Stone to try to cure everybody.
Oh,
but he didn't want to leave, so he did the stupidest of all the options.
They should have at least waited till the Quinjet was taking off and then offed himself. Like I don't know, just
but he had to give them the Mind Stone before they left. That's the issue.
He could have gone in the Quinjet and done it, but yeah,
exactly.
Free falling.
No, but
be the first time.
So Vision's almost died more times in the MCU than Loki has. Like, dude's died like 4 times
at this point, yeah, which is impressive. Like, it takes a lot to die that often, and then come back, and then die again. But do you guys think that we're going to get some sort of like continuation of this with sort of the way it ends, or do you think it's just leaving you on a cliff and just done there?
No, because I think the Spider-Man character is supposed to come back. That version of Spider-Man. I think, I don't know. But that wasn't Tom Holland, which I noticed, but
that's what I thought too. It sounded
he did a good
off.
job, and he sounded like him a few times. But yeah, he was a bit off, and his name wasn't in the credits. But basically everyone else came back, which was cool. Even the guy who played like what's his name, Kevin, the IT guy who works with Ant-Man, or what's his name?
Yep.
Yeah.
That dude, and then of course Happy. But I like the ragtag group. Spidey's costume's cool. I really liked some of the, just because it's a different costume than the movies, that's why I pointed out.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I did really like the optimism that Spider-Man brought to the group, because everyone else is like, world sucks, we're all about to die, and he's like making a little video on how to survive the apocalypse. Like that's kind of fun.
Well, is that a little bit of a callback to the first movie?
The Homecoming video,
Homecoming right at the start, yeah. Okay, that's what I thought.
Oh, it is, yeah.
I thought I recognized that from somewhere. I just couldn't put a finger to it. But yeah, it's a cool touch. I kind of like how they've done that, especially in this episode, but kind of all throughout, just little small details that you go, oh, that was in that movie, or just sort of to ground things. I kind of really like the way they've done that. And then I think the start of this episode was one of the better kind of beginning jump right into it we've had so far. So I thought that was really good too.
Also, again, with Marvel really talking a lot about the quantum realm. That's something, obviously, that's going to play a big part in the future. It's been mentioned many, many times. Of course, Ant-Man and the Wasp was the first one that really explored, but then at Endgame, they used it for time travel. Now it's been mentioned here. A lot of people think that the He Who Remains, Kang from Loki, his hideout's going to be in the quantum realm in Ant-Man 3, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Interesting.
So I've heard that theory. So there's already been rumors that there's going to be more exploration of the quantum realm in that film. So it's interesting to think that, yeah, a disease from there, of course, the world wouldn't be prepared for it. And the Avengers almost made it worse. Also, like, the Civil War mustn't have happened here because Cap
No.
and Tony are just walking out together. And this would take place in the Infinity War timeline when
Mhm.
Thanos is coming to Wakanda. So that's 2018. But I guess Civil War never happened, I guess.
I guess so. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
They just walk out, like Black Panther's there, Hawkeye's there. So Hawkeye wasn't ever put on house arrest.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Just
You got me there.
skip
Yeah,
all
that's a good
that
thing.
for simplicity's sake, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's
They had to
literally
kill him
because
off though, right? They had to kill him off somehow, and that
Oh,
was,
yeah.
was the best way to do it. Just
Yep.
they all appear.
and
Oh.
was that I think Hank who bit Cap on the neck, and then from there it just spirals. And because the Avengers are so powerful, they easily fight a bunch more people because they kill you, bite you, and you're a zombie. This was dark as hell.
Yep.
This whole
Yeah.
episode,
Dark and
you felt
dreary.
hopeless, like Nathaniel said.
Yep.
There was like, other than Peter Parker, everything else made it feel like this is end times. Also Scott Lang a bit, which Paul Rudd, man, he's always funny. But when he's just a head in a jar with the
The
cloak
cave
of
man.
levitation.
That was
Yeah.
great. That was so great.
I'm gonna
So
be
great.
honest. Based
Um,
on how that episode went, I thought when his head started to roll off the chair, just because
like
of how the whole
crack?
episode went, I thought his head was gonna just like explode on the floor.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Especially when
that probably would have just been one step too far.
who got cut in half?
That was Falcon.
Falcon,
Yeah, that was
our
That
new
was-
Captain
was-
America.
that was one step too far.
one-
That was intense. I did
Wait,
not
we're talking
see
about,
that
like,
coming.
I guess we talk about like the brutal death in this. Sharon, her death. That
Oh
one.
yeah, with
bad.
the wasp where she just pops right out of her.
that
How
one-
about Wong?
Oh,
Oh, Wong's
Wong-
got his head chopped off,
Yeah.
didn't he?
so did Tony Stark.
Yeah, but Wong got left in his portal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then Cap got cut in half.
Well, he's not
from
dead technically,
Bucky.
right? Because he had to kill the head, so he's not dead.
Yeah,
Technically, he's not.
He's technically not
No.
dead.
He's in half,
but
but
he's not
technically
dead.
not
no.
dead.
Wait, actually, real quick, just want to go back to like when Sharon died. Isn't that like a reference to how everyone wanted Thanos to die from Ant-Man?
Oh
you know,
yes,
crawling
yes,
inside
Thanos,
his- whoop.
where he comes in the anus of Thanos and yeah, they
I
all
think that's how it
wanted
would
that.
have worked if if it happened in the main timeline. But
No.
who
But
else had a brutal
Damn,
death?
no.
Oh, Bucky using the shield.
Happy Hogan.
Oh, Happy
Sad-
when Happy was
Sad.
bad.
That hurt. He got like shot
Bam.
through the arm and pulled back, and then yeah, bam, bam.
And then you think he's gone. Just one last bam, and then he's
I think
gone.
still, yeah.
Yeah. What were you saying about Bucky, Nat?
Yeah, like you got to use a shield. That's like the only time I think I've ever seen him like wield it like as like the last person who could. Because in that like in this situation, Cap is dead or dead. Falcon's gone, right?
So
like
Bucky would be the next Cap. Yep.
he would be the next Cap, which is kind of interesting. He didn't last that long though, but I mean,
Nope. He did
no one
not.
lasted long in this episode.
Nope. And Wanda was just unbelievable. See, that's the only thing that was a little bit confusing for me, because you saw Hawkeye as a zombie. This guy couldn't shoot. He was missing left, right, and center. You saw
Yeah,
Except
Happy.
he got Happy and Sharon.
See, but Hawkeye doesn't miss.
That's
He missed like 5 times.
He
That's
missed
true.
a bunch, right? So like
That's
it's
true.
not really a bunch, but for Hawkeye it's a lot. Happy couldn't hit squat when he was alive,
A
and he was
zombie.
even worse as a
Yeah.
zombie. But then you
He
make
didn't get a shot
Wanda.
off, didn't he?
No,
He only got
or
one.
he did
He got one
He
shot in his face.
in his own face.
yeah.
And
Well,
then you
I
take,
think he killed a bird, maybe.
he might have, but
Might
then you
have
take
killed the bird.
Wanda, and maybe it's because she's like a sort of almost a different kind of zombie. But like the reign of her powers is pretty much just as good as we've ever seen it.
Mhm.
I mean, we haven't really seen it at full capacity though, right? Like
WandaVision,
WandaVision,
the
but I feel
five.
like that's still not it though. I feel like she could do more.
Totally.
So,
Probably
like,
can.
Totally.
technically speaking, this could be the lowest limit of her powers, which is terrifying.
Very
But,
terrifying.
Like, obviously, all the superheroes got like nerfed so hard when they turned into zombies. So Wanda got nerfed too, and I mean, she
Maybe,
also
I
was really
guess, yeah.
hungry. So there's also desperation put into it because apparently she got fed, Black Panther's leg. That was messed up.
That's messed up. That was real messed up. Again, this is just like this is darker than some of the live actions.
Yes.
Like this.
Yes.
Like oh my gosh. Like they just. Yeah, you're right. This is not for kids. I couldn't imagine. This would scar me watching my heroes die like this. But
Or
like
Tony Stark is a zombie right off the hop. Just
yeah.
No room for growth or jumping into it, right? We just literally.
But Bruce Banner, man, he can't become a zombie because the Hulk doesn't let that happen. His skin can't be bit like that. I don't know how long he would have fought them off before just getting trampled. Like he can die. The Hulk can die.
Yep.
Just can't get like bit by like zombies.
Yeah, because he never pierces skin unless the Hulk just gave up, I guess.
I mean, he does have a limit too. Like we've seen the limit before too, right? So
yeah,
there's
a limit there. But I wonder how long he held them off, and then so there's no cure, of course. Which the Vision thing. That's still like Vision, man. That's just so messed up. That's so messed up. But let's go to the big finale where we see they're heading to Wakanda, and who's in Wakanda? Thanos. And what is Thanos? A zombie. So like,
how?
What?
How did they broke his skin?
I guess so.
We know Thanos isn't immortal, right?
That's also
we
true.
know he's been hurt before, right? At that point, he wouldn't have all 5 stones yet. I don't think.
He had 5.
No.
He had.
I know
4.
he had 5. He had 4. Like, oh, sorry. There's 6.
There's 6.
Stones?
There's 6.
Stones.
6.
He had 5.
He's just waiting for the Vision Stone, same as in Infinity War. But
I feel like,
So Wakanda just done for. And like you said, is there going to be more of this? Because then they're just all going to die. Are we just ending it with Ant-Man, or Black Panther, 3/4 of Black Panther, and a quarter of Ant-Man, 3/4 of Black Panther, and the teenage web boy going to die. Spider-Man, Spiderling, the crime-fighting spider.
Oh god.
Spider-Boy.
Yep, Spider-Boy is the exact way I'd put that.
I feel like the episode ending like that, it fits the theme of it, like the tone of it, like the
Totally.
hopelessness
It does. Oh, it
Totally.
does.
But I also wouldn't mind revisiting it, right? It's one of those episodes that if it ends, it's great. If it doesn't end, then good too. And
Congratulations.
I can go either way, right?
What if they just do
Perfect
this?
way to end it.
They just yank this Spider-Man out of this universe and leave Ant-Man and Black Panther to die.
But how?
I don't know. Like the Watcher
Ant-Man
takes him.
can't die until like I don't know how he's gonna die. Like
They just pierce that.
No, but if he
his
has
heads
the
in.
the
Cloak of levitation.
The cloak is not gonna let him he can fly away. Like he's
That's
in
true.
a tree.
Cloak is OP. You can't rip this thing. You can't.
Thanos ripped it, but then it got
technically.
fixed.
Exactly.
Yes.
Right? Like I don't know. Ant-Man's never gonna die. He's
No. But Black Panther,
head.
he's got 3 appendages. He's dead.
Yeah, he's in trouble for sure.
He's got 3 limbs. He's done. He can't do his spin kicks with only 1 leg.
Every kick will become a drop kick.
He could just, but like, how is he, like, they get his leg and then he's screwed. And Vibranium's strong, but like Thanos can break that.
Yeah.
He's got the gauntlet.
Yeah.
But anyways, just dark, just depressing, this really creative. Like the fights were cool. The zombie animation was distinct for this. Yeah, like it was very distinct to other zombie media you've seen in the past. It's not the same. Saddest moment was definitely when Hope turned into a zombie.
Or like her coming back as like a giant mutant zombie. Like that was terrifying.
That was terrifying.
A little bit of a grab the plane moment, burn her face off with the jets, drive away.
Yes.
Is she dead? Do you think she died from that or
no? Also, this is the MCU's first mention or overt mention to Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben is said by name in this episode. Uncle Ben's only been
They haven't done that.
reference. And in Far From Home, Peter uses his suitcase, and those are the only two references to him up until they said the name here,
Yep.
because they didn't want to retread what the other two franchises had done. But yeah, so that was the first overt reference, which is interesting. I like the theory that in No Way Home, we're going to people want to say that the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man is going to be like Uncle Ben was Tobey Maguire for Tom Holland. Like Tobey Maguire was Uncle Ben in his universe. So like he'll see this
That's
Spider-Man
weird.
and be like Uncle Ben. And people have had that theory for years. That'd be interesting. But yeah. But
I'm on the fence post of not having any of them show up.
but they're going to. At
Unfortunately,
this
I think
point.
they're going to. But
Mm.
I would
I
really love
was
it if we
too.
could just finish the
A
trilogy
trilogy.
properly. Please.
Yeah.
Please.
Exactly.
Before we get into a full rant about No Way Home, which we can do on a podcast instead.
Come back for that next week.
Yeah. But no, I just good episodes, really solid action. Yeah, not much hope.
Nope.
If they
really,
keep going darker,
Both literally and figuratively.
oh gosh, Nat. No, no.
correct, Amundo. I thought the voice acting in this was really great too. Like the animation style
Definitely.
seems to be growing on me the further down the line we get. I didn't
Mhm.
think it was. I don't know. I couldn't decide what I thought of it in the first episode, but like we're 5
It just
down the
fits
line.
now, right?
I think it
It
just
fits.
it's that right kind of brand of animation where it doesn't feel like you're too far from the live action, but it also really feels like you've got a really cool animation style going on. And then to
Exactly.
throw in, like you said, Seb, that sort of slightly different kind of a zombie type of way of doing things, I thought was a really nice touch.
Yeah, like it was like they made them distinct, and they also made it like distinct. Oh, this is Tony Stark. This
Yep.
is like you could have taken the costumes off and still known who it was,
Yep.
just by the way they kind of designed them.
Exactly.
But no, that's really all I gotta say. If we keep heading down this path, I think you're gonna need to be drinking while watching the show just for the depression. But
Only
but
time will
otherwise, yeah, it's a good show. It's dark, sad. Yeah, I'm really happy Spider-Man survived. I couldn't have watched him turn into a zombie. I'm just gonna say I might have had to pause. But like when his voice cracked when Happy was taken, oh, that kid's lost so much already.
Yep.
Anyways, on that note, I
Anyways,
think we
Before
should wrap up for
before
today.
Sebastian starts crying about an animated
Oh,
Spider-Man.
it's so
That
hard,
wasn't even
man.
voiced by Tom Holland either.
No, but apparently the dude who did voice him had voiced Spider-Man in some prior animated series.
Hmm.
So he'd done Spider-Man before. I think
Interesting.
the Spectacular Spider-Man. I think it was the same guy who did the Spectacular Spider-Man, which is
Interesting.
currently on the Canadian version of Netflix.
Go
Please
watch
be
that.
more than just Canadian audiences watching this. Okay, never mind.
Anyways,
Let's
on that note.
yeah, on that note. See you guys next week from everyone here at the Prairie Grown Reviews team.